का तो उनका वाह क्या मारा है फिलोसफी, अरे हाई क्लास पूरा है कि नहीं है? But Plato is saying, but yes, who was reading?
But if he becomes hopelessly entangled in material desires, he descends into the animal species.
My God, reincarnation. Plato is saying the science of soul, transmigration from one body to another body. This was there in the Greek philosophy. Yes.
After some time, the soul again attains the human form and another chance to achieve liberation.
Yes, see? These are the philosophies of such great philosophers of the world. And we are taking this Takluwala, these Takluwalas, they are all, sentimentalists. They are all blind. They don't know anything except Hare Krishna, and they only tells us in a narrow-minded thing. No. What you are getting is the highest of all the philosophies of the entire world. But to understand this, it requires many, many lifetimes. That this is the highest. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you can understand. In Bengali, in the universities, people do PhDs on Chaitanya Charitamrita, CC. They do research, they do they do even after beyond PhD. In the foreign universities, they do research on Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Vedic knowledge, it is all encompassing. So Dr. Jan Stevenson, who published his many journals, here only one journal is given. He has published many journals. 5,000 cases of reincarnations he documented. Doing research, extensive research. Doctor, I will show you his videos. Uninherited skills. Matlab means what? हाँ बिना 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 छुपा हुआ नहीं देखो अनएक्वायर्ड स्किल्स उसने उसको किसी ने सिखाया नहीं वो स्किल वो जन्म से वो कर लेता है वो हाउ कैन यू उसको कोई सिखाया नहीं कैसे वो कर लेता है because of his past life achievement. Okay, then phobias. किसी को आप देखेंगे बहुत सारे फोबियाज हैं ये वोकैबुलरी स्टॉक को इंक्रीज करने वाले लोग पढ़ते हैं ये सब फोबियाज मतलब डर किसी को जन्म से बहुत छोटे से उम्र से आग को देखते ही वो पूरा एकदम इतना डर जाता है वो आग देखते ही टॉलरेट नहीं कर पाता ये हमारे ये आरती का आग देख के भी वो एकदम डर के मारे भागेगा चीखते चिल्लाते हुए जानते हैं ऐसा होता है जानते हैं ना ये सब साइंटिफिक है कोई ऊंचे जगह से बहुत डरते हैं बहुत मतलब they cannot tolerate, they will never go to a place जिससे वो ऊंचा जगह दिखाई दे किसी को चाकू देखते ही वो डरने लगता है रोने लगता है चीखने लगता है क्यों किसी को पानी से मतलब वो कुत्ता काट देने पर नहीं होता है बिना कुत्ता काटे जन्म से पानी से उसको डर है। क्यों? व्हाई? यस, दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम पास्ट लाइफ। लास्ट लाइफ में वो बहुत खतरनाक तरीके से वो सब चीजों के द्वारा उनका मृत्यु हुआ था, इसीलिए इस लाइफ में उसको डर सताता है। इसके ऊपर ये सब ऑल मेडिकली और साइंटिफिकली इज साइकोलॉजिकली और प्रूवन फैक्ट्स। In psychology there is one work, it is called hypnotism. You know that? By hypnotism you can take oneself back to his previous life. This is called hypnotic regression. You can find it. What happens in this hypnotic regression, उनको धीरे धीरे वो सब बोल देगा। वो छोटे से समय में इस समय क्या कर रहा था वो बता देगा, फिर छोटे समय जाते जाते उसको प्रीवियस लाइफ में लेके चला जाएगा और वो प्रीवियस लाइफ के सब कुछ बताने लगेगा। These are all documented facts, scientifically proven, experimentally proven facts. Hypnotic regression. And immediately वो रोने लगेगा, चीखने लगेगा, चिल्लाने लगेगा, क्योंकि उस समय में, जिस समय में उसको साइकोलॉजिस्ट लेके गया, साइकियाट्रिस्ट, उस समय में वो क्या फील कर रहा था वो अभी फील करेगा उसकी लास्ट लाइफ में। Then difference in the temperament of identical twins. और फिल्मों में ही होता है, उसको ठंडा लग रहा है तो इसको भी ठंडा लग रहा है, जुड़वा। समझ रहे ना? फिल्मों में ही होता है, उसको दर्द हो रहा है तो उसको भी दर्द हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होता है। What is the fundamental concept of twins? It proves that two souls are there in two bodies. Those are different, though the body looks like same. That proves that we are the soul, we are not this body. आपने देखा है ट्विंस देखे हैं आप? फिल्मों में नहीं, रियल लाइफ में कोई इसके साथ जो कुछ भी होता है ये भी वैसे ही फीलिंग करता है क्या? रियल लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं होता है। उसको किसी लड़की के प्रति प्रेम हो रहा है तो उसको भी गुडर हो रहा है, बोल देता है बाबा ये कहानी के सारे पात्र और घटनाएं काल्पनिक है, उसी को हम सच्चा मान के बैठे हैं और उसी के तहत हमारा जिंदगी को भी कल्पना कर रहे हैं, तो क्या होगा? क्या होगा? हमारे लाइफ बैंड बज जाएगी। लेकिन हम बोलते हैं हमारे इस कहानी के सारे पात्र और घटनाएं वास्तविक है। कृष्ण रियलिटी, spirit soul reality, our changing bodies reality, everything is real. पर हमारा प्रॉब्लम क्या है? हम रियलिटी को इमेजिनरी बना दिए हैं और जो इमेजिनरी है उसको सच्चाई मान के बैठे हैं। वाह! और हम अपने आप को बोले हम पढ़े लिखे हैं। गधा नंबर 1 प्रूफ कर रहे हैं। एडुकेटेड सोफिस्टिकेटेड एनिमल्स, फूल नंबर 1। बोले एक भी बात गलत होगा यहीं पे बहस करने के लिए रेडी है। कोई भी anybody is ready to challenge, we can accept that challenge. And we are saying we are educated class of people. ठीक हो रहा है? So now these are the famous books, these are the famous authors. Dr. Michael Sabom, Dr. Raymond, A. Moody, they have written these books, Life After Life, Life, Death, Reunions. He is Dr. Ian Stevenson. I will show his video. Now let's see what different Buddhism, what it is telling about reincarnation. Who can read? Can read, Prabhu?
The idea of the river is inclusive.
क्यों सुनते बच्चन? क्यों सुनते बच्चन? यानी जुड़े बहुत.
The idea of river is implicit in Buddhism. The enlightened state, Buddhi, say Buddhist, cannot be achieved in a one lifetime, but take many thousand years. Further, the evidence of the belief in reincarnation is founded in the birth.
Jataka tales. You know Jataka stories? हाँ, जातक स्टोरी में बहुत सारे स्टोरी हैं जो बताते हैं पुनर्जन्म के बारे में. प्रभु ये सब कॉमन चीज था इंडिया में, कॉमन चीज है, सबको पता है. हम पढ़े लिखे लोगों को प्रॉब्लम हो गया, हम विश्वास नहीं करते हैं, सब अफवाह है. दिस इज ड्यू टू द वेस्टर्न कल्चर, ड्यू टू द वेस्टर्न कल्चर. सबको पता होता है ये सब इंडिया में. Yes.
Which according to tradition was were originally told by Buddha himself. 547 stories of enlightened one past incarnation. The tales recount how the Buddhas incarnated as a god, deva, as an animal, even as a tree, in order to help the soul in the various condition state attain the liberation. In reincarnation play a central role in nearby all 547.
तो 500 547 stories are there. सेंट्रल पॉइंट पर reincarnation के कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर सब स्टोरीज है. Christianity is telling about reincarnation. Let's see. You can read loudly. Prabhu, you can read loudly.
There are many passages in the Bible indicating that Christ and his followers were aware of the principle of reincarnation. Once, the disciples of Jesus asked him about the Old Testament prophecy that Elias would reappear on earth. Jesus declared that John the Baptist, who was beheaded by Herod, was a reincarnation of the prophet Elias. Again, speaking of John the Baptist, Jesus said, "This is Elias, which was for to come, that he hath ears to hear him, let hear." Matthew 11,
Okay. Jesus is saying that this Elias, he will appear as John the Baptist, and he was beheaded. उनको मार दिया गया था हेरोड के द्वारा. तो वही reincarnation, एलियस का reincarnation हुआ है. Islam is saying about reincarnation. Okay, Suraj Prabhu, read loudly.
Islamic historian is now outlines three forms of transmigration accepted by classical museum.
Muslim, classical Muslim thinkers. One, Huhul,
The periodical incarnation of a saint or prophet.
prophet. उनके मुताबिक हुहुल कौन लोग होते हैं? हुहुल क्या है? हुहुल के मुताबिक एक सेंटली पर्सन बार बार आते हैं. नेक्स्ट, रिजत.
The immediate return of an imam or any other important spiritual leader after death.
Okay.
And
Third, Tanasuk.
the ordinary reincarnation of all souls. The Islamists even claim that the Hindu god Krishna incarnated as Lord Buddha and then as Muhammad, while others within the same sect believe that great teachers repeatedly incarnate for the benefit of successive generations.
Yeah. So you see, every religion is teaching us the fact of life. Now, one question may come. अरे हम लोग अगर लास्ट लाइफ में थे, what did you eat in your on 16th lunch? What did you eat on 16th lunch? Can you remember? No. He is not able to remember what he had eaten 4 days back in the lunch. Can you? No. See? ब्रेनोलिया खिलाओ बच्चा को, अभी पढ़ रहे हैं उसके बाद भूल जाते हैं, 2 दिन 3 दिन का बाद हमें याद नहीं है, लास्ट लाइफ का बाद याद रहेगा है? This is not logical. Okay, forgetfulness is our natural propensity. वो naturally होता है. But now we will see some special videos which will show you opposite to this fact. People remembering about their past life. Original videos we will show you. तो वो कैसी? वो हमारे साथ भी नहीं होता है. Let's see the videos.
What happens when it's over? Heaven? Hell? Nothing? Or might there be a fourth possibility, reincarnation? Could we come back?
This is shown in American prime time news channel. Okay.
As someone else. Here's Chris Cuomo with two down-to-earth parents who thought they understood the mysteries of life. That is, until their toddler began to talk.
On March 3rd, 1945, a 21-year-old Navy fighter pilot on a mission over the Pacific was shot down by Japanese artillery. His name might well have been forgotten, were it not for the remarkable, some might say unbelievable story of a little boy named James.
Okay, this is reading stuff. I need somebody to help me.
All right, I'm the volunteer. What are you going to do?
Okay, just go find this thing and you have to hold me in case I fall.
Done. James Leiniger is all boy, 6 years old, and full of spirit. This is a special plane that goes in reverse. You don't see a lot of that. James knows a lot about planes, especially war planes.
What kind of airplane is that?
It's a Corsair.
His parents, Andrea and Bruce Leiniger, say from an early age, James would play with nothing else.
He was obsessed with airplanes. People go around the house, that's all you'll see. Airplanes, helicopters, aircraft carriers.
But then, when he was 2, the planes James loved suddenly began to give him frequent and frightening nightmares.
I'd wake him up and he'd be screaming and he'd always be laying on his back, kicking his feet up at the ceiling. And I'd say, baby, what were you dreaming about? He'd say, airplane crash on fire, little man can't get out.
They sound like typical kiddie nightmares, but Andrea says they went on the same way for months. Maybe too much TV, but James was just 2 and his parents say only watching Barney and Teletubbies.
Teletubbies!
And Andrea and Bruce say they weren't watching World War II documentaries or conversing about military history. This is an F-18?
No, that one.
So what explains the nightmares and James's strange obsession with airplanes?
I talked to my mom about it a lot of times, and my mom had said maybe he's remembering a past life.
What did you say?
Politely, baloney.
Andrea and Bruce of Lafayette, Louisiana are a highly educated, modern couple. To them, the possibility that their little son James was manifesting signs of a former life was, well, a little out there.
So from the very childhood, he does not play with anything else other than planes. And when he was taken to a military base where fighter planes were kept, nobody told him what is the name of this.
He can identify on the
He can identify. You say this was Corsair. This is F-16. This is these are the fighter planes of US. Nobody told him. Then they were thinking might be he's watching too much television. That's why these things are happening. But his parents told that he was only watching this Teletubbies. So because his parents were highly educated class of people, when uh, when the grandmother from his mommy's side or from his mom's side told that maybe he is remembering his past life, they were not ready to believe that. Okay.
Having a past life is not the initial conclusion that you come to.
That's what she told me. Arey past life, amra ekhoni mene nebo past life. Let's see. Just see.
You try and figure out any other way he could have. Did he see anything? Has there been anything on television? Anything that we've discussed?
But as time went by, Andrea didn't know what to believe. James at age 3, going over a plane as if he's doing a pre-flight check.
Pre-flight check করছে, flight একটা fighter plane fly করার আগে যে সমস্ত চেকিং গুলো করতে সেগুলো সব জানে মালটা।
He would continue to say and do things that were puzzling. At the time, his mom bought him a toy airplane.
And I said, oh, look, there's a bomb on the bottom of it. He said, that's not a bomb, Mama, that's a drop tank.
ও মা বলছে যে দেখো ওখানে একটা বম রাখা আছে এই প্লেনে। আর বলছে যে ওটা বম না, ওটা যে ড্রপ ট্যাঙ্ক। ড্রপ ট্যাঙ্ক শোনো।
Drop tank.
I'd never heard of a drop tank. I didn't know.
ও যে আমি নিজে কোনোদিনও শুনিনি ড্রপ ট্যাঙ্ক কি। They have removed it. In next life we have reincarnation. That's why they thought like that, and they removed those sections. Therefore, this lady told that in Christianity we were not taught this reincarnation.
Observe this. And
Was deeply skeptical.
he said there has to be a logical explanation.
I don't believe in past lives. I don't believe.
During 3 and 4 times
তো বাবা বলছে এই সমস্ত past life আমি বিশ্বাস করি না, হ্যাঁ।
a week, the Leiningers felt they had to do something. So with guidance from Bowman, they cautiously began to encourage James to share his memories. They said the result was startling.
The nightmares immediately started reducing in frequency. He went down from 3 or 4 times a week to maybe 1 a week, 1 every other week. And at that point was when he started to articulate more about these past life memories.
Seems normal enough, a little boy improving when his troubles are directly addressed. But Bowman says this is more, that James was forthcoming because this is the age when former lives are most easily recalled.
They haven't had the cultural conditioning, the layering over of experience in this life, so that the memories can percolate up more easily. These memories tend to fade between the ages of 5 to 7.
His parents say between the ages of 2 and 4, James would reveal extraordinary details about the life of a former fighter pilot, mostly at bedtime, when he was drowsy.
Bruce said, what happened to your plane? He said, it crashed on fire. And Bruce said, why did your airplane crash? And he said, it got shot. And Bruce said, well, who shot your plane? And I'll never forget the look on his face. He went, the Japanese.
Still, despite these
So when he used to see these dreams in sleep, in drowsiness, he used to shout. His father Bruce. So what happened? My plane got fire. Caught fire. Okay, how your plane caught fire? So then this boy used to say, my plane got shot. Getting the point? Shot. So then Bruce asked, who shot your plane? So then He answered, the Japanese. This happened in the time of Second World War.
Extraordinary stories, Bruce remained dubious, almost to prove they couldn't be true. He began to piece together the details James was sharing. And what he found, he says, shook him to the core. For in many instances, the stories appeared to match the facts. James seemed to be recalling real events, real people, in the life of a man who'd been dead for almost 60 years.
A toddler, just 3 years old. So how does he know the pilots from a World War II squadron? It was like holy mackerel. You could have poured my brains out of my ears. I just couldn't believe it. When Prime Time continues.
With each passing month, little James Leininger seemed to be peeling back memories of a past life.
Hey.
Vivid memories that scared and astonished his parents.
Bruce had always said, what kind of plane did you fly? And he said, a Corsair.
Yeah.
He said, a Corsair?
It said the word Corsair.
Not only did James remember flying a Corsair, he demonstrated knowledge of the plane's peculiarities. At the time, he was flipping through a book about planes when he was 4.
He got to the Corsair, he said, that's a Corsair. And he goes, you know what? They used to get flat tires all the time.
In fact, historians and pilots agree that the plane's tires took a lot of punishment on landing. Of course, this is a fact that could easily be found in books or on TV. But then, James began to offer up the kinds of specific details his parents say are harder to explain away.
Another night, Bruce had come in and he said, do you remember where your plane took off? And he said it took off of a boat. Do you remember the name of your boat? Natoma. Do you remember what your name was? And he'd always say, James. His name is James. It never really occurred to us. We thought he just wasn't understanding the question. So I said, do you remember any friends or anyone else that you flew with? And he said, Jack Larson.
Bruce began doing some...
Understood? So, planes, he was driving at the time of Second World War. What was that? That was Corsair. And then he told that his plane he told at the time of drowsiness, he told that, dear Mama, my plane got took off. From where your plane got took off? So then he told that my plane got took off from a bow. He बोल रहा है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Aircraft carrier. So then what was your aircraft carrier? Okay. So then he told the aircraft carrier name, Natoma. Okay. So then he told who was that pilot? Who were you? He told, I was James. And then he told, then she asked, can you remember about any one of your friends and all? Then he told about Jack. Now see.
Research. Almost immediately,
So then his father did the research.
discovered that the Natoma was an actual ship, a small aircraft carrier in the Pacific called the Natoma Bay. And Jack Larson, the Navy buddy little James recalled? Well, it turns out there was a pilot named Jack Larson who served aboard the Natoma Bay. In fact, he's alive and well and living in Arkansas.
And it was like holy mackerel. I mean, really, you could have poured my brains out of my ears. And I just couldn't believe it.
And there were more clues. Around this time, James began signing crayon drawings and other artwork. James 3.
One day I asked him why he's calling himself James 3. Well, it's because I'm the third James. And every once in a while you ask him that today, and he'll still say the same thing.
And one day, while leafing through a new book about the Battle of Iwo Jima, Bruce turned to an aerial photo of the Pacific Island. James was seated nearby.
He pointed to it and he goes, Daddy, that's where my airplane was shot down. And I said, what? That's my airplane got shot down there, Daddy. And I just went blank. I couldn't say anything.
By then, Bruce had become a man possessed, searching the internet, combing through military records, and interviewing men who served aboard the Natoma Bay. Finally, a breakthrough. He learned that there was just one pilot from the squadron killed at Iwo Jima. That pilot, James M. Houston Jr. Is this why little James was calling himself James 3?
It just crystallized in my mind. This has to be who we're talking about. my meter of skepticism was starting to go over toward belief.
When little James would describe being shot down, he told him how his plane had sustained a direct hit on the engine.
We had an airplane, and I said, well, can you show me where it was? And he pointed right up to the front of the engine.
That's what makes this man's story so intriguing. His name is Ralph Clarber. Clarber was a rear gunner on a TBM Avenger that flew off Tacoma Bay. On March 3rd, 1945, he took part in a raid near Iwo Jima. As it happens, Clarber's plane was right next to the one flown by James M. Houston Jr. It was to be Houston's last mission before leaving for home the following day. As Clarber recalls, the sky was thick with enemy flag.
We experienced pretty heavy aircraft fire, but this was the most intense that I experienced at any time.
Suddenly, a flash near the nose of Houston's plane.
I saw the hit. I would say he was hit head on. Yeah, right on the middle of him.
So his father found out this person who served in Atomo, and what James was telling, that how the Japanese shot on the plane, on the head, on the face of the plane, and the same this person was saying, because this person was serving just next to James at that time. I tell you,
being programmed like a computer. हमें प्रोग्राम कर दिया गया है एक कंप्यूटर की तरह। हमारे जीवन की शुरुआत से ही हमारे मन में, हमारी सोच में, हमारी बुद्धि में, हमारे कार्यों में, हमारे पूरे अस्तित्व में यही भर दिया गया है। There is only one lifetime, enjoy it. एक ही जीवन है, मजा करो। पैसा कमाना, शक्तिशाली बनना और मजा करना, यही मेरे जीवन का लक्ष्य है। मेरी इच्छाओं को पूरा करने के लिए मैं कुछ भी करने को तैयार हूँ। उसे पाने के लिए अगर गलत भी करना पड़े तो वो गलत नहीं, क्योंकि एक ही जीवन है और मजा करना जीवन का लक्ष्य है। अगर मेरे पास पैसा है, पावर है और मैं कानून और समाज से बच निकल सकता हूँ तो मैं चाहे कुछ भी करूँ, मुझे कोई रोकने या दंड देने वाला नहीं है। मुझे किसी को भी जवाब नहीं देना है। एक ही जीवन है और फिर सब खत्म। आज पूरा समाज जिसमें आप भी सम्मिलित हैं, इस ही दृष्टि से अपने जीवन को देखते हैं कि यही एक जीवन है और जो करना है इस ही जीवन में करना है। पर क्या यह सत्य है? Is it a fact that there is only one lifetime? क्या वास्तव में एक ही जीवन है? क्या इस जीवन के बाद और कुछ नहीं? यदि एक गुनहगार समाज और कानून से बच निकले तो क्या वह जीवन के अंत तक किसी को उत्तरदायी नहीं और उसे अपने किए की सजा कभी नहीं मिलती? जीवन के इस ज्ञान का एक और दृष्टिकोण है और वो है
पुनर्जन्म।
आज से 30 साल पहले सिर्फ 5% अमेरिकन विश्वास करते थे कि पुनर्जन्म होता है। आज 65% से ज्यादा विश्वास करते हैं कि पुनर्जन्म होता है। ऐसे किस्से में बताया उसने जहां की पिछले जन्म में व्यक्ति को नौकरी लगी थी, सब अगले जन्म में जो वर्तमान उसी जगह था जगह मिले। अगर पुनर्जन्म है उसका मतलब है कुछ चीज है जो इस जीवन से निकलकर दूसरे जीवन में जा। जब उसको होश में बिठाया गया तो उसने समझाया कैसे उसके शरीर को उठाया गया, कैसे उसको स्ट्रेचर पर रखा गया, कैसे ले जाते समय जब एम्बुलेंस में डाले तो शरीर उठा उसने खो गया तो वैसे वापस कैसे चढ़ाया। ये सब वेद कहते हैं आत्मा, कुरान कहती है रूह और बाइबल कहती है सोल। जब 250 साल पुराना मैंने देखा तो उस पूरी जगह का नाम था जो कि बदल गया। हम शरीर नहीं, आत्मा।
पुनर्जन्म एक सिद्धांत जिसके अनुसार शरीर के मर जाने के बाद हम एक नया शरीर धारण करते हैं जिसे हम जन्म कहते हैं। परंतु क्या पुनर्जन्म का कोई वैज्ञानिक सबूत है या समाज का एक धार्मिक वर्ग ही इस पर विश्वास करता है? जी हाँ, पुनर्जन्म के वैज्ञानिक तथ्य हैं जो आपको चौंका देंगे। विश्व भर में फैले हुए ऐसे कई वैज्ञानिक हैं जिन्होंने पुनर्जन्म पर शोध किया है और उस पर अनेकों किताबें भी लिखी गई हैं। इनमें से सबसे विख्यात है यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ वर्जीनिया स्कूल ऑफ मेडिसिन में 50 वर्षों तक बतौर एमडी काम कर चुके डॉक्टर इयान स्टीवेंसन, जिन्हें 1964 में जेरोक्स प्रक्रिया के आविष्कारक मिस्टर चेस्टर कार्सन ने पुनर्जन्म पर शोध करने के लिए $10 लाख दिए थे। और डॉक्टर स्टीवेंसन ने पूरे विश्व में घूमकर पुनर्जन्म की हजारों घटनाओं को उजागर किया जो पुनर्जन्म को बड़ी ही स्पष्टता से सिद्ध करती हैं। पुनर्जन्म को पूर्णतया सिद्ध करने वाली घटनाएं वे मानी जाती हैं जिनमें छोटे बच्चों को अपने पिछले जन्म की परिस्थितियां याद रहती हैं और इन परिस्थितियों की पुष्टि बड़ी ही सरलता से की जा सकती है। आज हम आपके सामने पुनर्जन्म की ऐसी ही अत्यंत रोचक घटनाएं प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं जो आपके जीवन के दृष्टिकोण को पूरी तरह से बदल देंगे। 3 साल का बच्चा अपने ही हत्याकांड को कैसे सुलझाता है? सीरिया देश की सीमा पर स्थित गोलन हाइट्स नामक गांव में ड्रूज समुदाय के एक 3 साल के बच्चे का कहना है कि उसे खुद की हत्या याद है। यह 3 साल का बच्चा जो अपने गांव से कभी बाहर नहीं गया, इन गांव वालों को उस गांव में ले गया जहां वो रहा करता था। बच्चे ने अपना पिछला नाम भी बताया। इस नाम के बारे में जब इन गांव वालों से पूछा गया तो गांव के एक सदस्य ने बताया कि इस नाम का एक व्यक्ति 4 साल पहले गुमशुदा हो गया था जो आज तक नहीं लौटा। गांव के बुजुर्गों में डॉक्टर इलाई लैश को भी शामिल किया गया था जो गाजा में सरकारी चिकित्सा प्रणाली को विकसित करने के लिए जाने जाते हैं। डॉक्टर लैश ने इस पूरी घटना को अपनी आंखों से देखा। गांव का भ्रमण करते वक्त बच्चे ने एक घर की ओर इशारा करते हुए इसे अपना घर बताया जहां वह रहा करता था। और फिर अचानक बच्चे ने एक आदमी की ओर बढ़ते हुए उसे उसके सही नाम से बुलाया और बोला, मैं तुम्हारा पड़ोसी हुआ करता था और एक दिन हमारे बीच झगड़ा हुआ और तुमने मुझे एक कुल्हाड़ी से मार डाला था। इस वक्त डॉक्टर लैश ने देखा कि इस व्यक्ति का चेहरा डर के मारे पीला पड़ गया था और वह बहुत ही संदेहजनक बर्ताव करने लगा। और फिर बच्चे ने कहा, मैं यह भी जानता हूँ कि इसने मेरे शरीर को कहाँ दफनाया था। तब वह गांव वालों को ठीक उसी स्थान पर ले गया जहां उसके शरीर को दफनाया गया था। गांव वालों ने उस जगह पर खुदाई शुरू की और वहां से कंकाल के सर पर किसी प्रहार का एक गहरा निशान था जो ठीक उसी जगह था जहां इस बच्चे के सर पर जन्म चिन्ह था। बच्चे का कहना था कि उसे एक कुल्हाड़ी से सर पर प्रहार करके मारा गया था और फिर यह बच्चा गांव वालों को उस जगह पे ले गया जहां उसके अनुसार कुल्हाड़ी को छिपाया गया था और उस जगह भी एक कुल्हाड़ी को खोद निकाला गया। तब यह संदिग्ध व्यक्ति बहुत घबरा गया और उसने अपना गुनाह स्वीकार किया और जिसके लिए स्थानीय न्यायालय ने उसे सजा सुनाई। अब देखिए यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका में घटित पुनर्जन्म की इस घटना को। पश्चिमी अमेरिका में स्थित ओहायो राज्य में रह रहे 5 साल के बच्चे ल्यूक र्यूलमैन का कहना है कि पिछले जन्म में वह एक 30 साल की औरत था जिसका नाम पमेला रॉबिन्सन था जो शिकागो की निवासी थी। बचपन से ही ल्यूक पैम नामक स्त्री का नाम लिया करता था। जब ल्यूक अपनी माँ के झुमके देखता था तो कहता था, ऐसे झुमके मेरे पास भी थे। जब ल्यूक से पूछा गया ये पैम कौन है तो ल्यूक ने बताया, मैं ही पैम था और मैं मर गया था। ल्यूक ने बताया कि उसकी मृत्यु पैक्सटन होटल में आग लग जाने पर अपने कमरे की खिड़की से कूद जाने से हुई। जब खोजकर्ताओं ने इस विवरण की पुष्टि करनी चाही तो यह सब सत्य साबित हुआ। 1993 के मार्च महीने में पैक्सटन होटल में आग लगी थी, जिसमें 19 लोगों के मर जाने की पुष्टि हुई थी और इसमें 30 साल की पमेला रॉबिन्सन का भी नाम था, जो खिड़की से कूदकर मर गई थी। पुनर्जन्म की इन रोचक घटनाओं पर आप हमारी वेबसाइट के इस लिंक पर जाकर अधिक जानकारी ले सकते हैं www.givegita.com/proof-of-reincarnation। आपकी जानकारी के लिए डॉक्टर इयान स्टीवनसन ने इस प्रकार के 1200 मामलों को उजागर किया है। इन घटनाओं से कुछ बातें स्पष्ट रूप से साबित होती हैं। पहला, पुनर्जन्म एक ठोस सत्य है और हम सबका पुनर्जन्म होता है और पहले भी होता आया है। दूसरा, हम शरीर नहीं कुछ और हैं, जो इस शरीर से निकलकर दूसरे शरीर में जाते हैं और नए नए शरीर धारण करते हैं और भगवद गीता के अनुसार इसे आत्मा कहते हैं। बाइबल के अनुसार सोल और कुरान के अनुसार इसे रूह कहा जाता है। परंतु क्या आप कभी सोचते हैं क्यों कुछ लोग बहुत ही गरीब घर में पैदा होते हैं और कुछ अमीर परिवारों में? क्या आप कभी सोचते हैं कि कुछ बच्चे विकलांग क्यों पैदा होते हैं और अन्य बच्चे पूरी तरह स्वस्थ? कई बार अधिक प्रयास करने पर भी कम फल प्राप्त होता है और कई बार कम प्रयास पर अधिक फल मिलता है। बुरे लोगों के साथ अच्छा क्यों होता है और अच्छे लोगों के साथ बुरा क्यों होता है? इन प्रश्नों का मात्र एक ही उत्तर हो सकता है और वो यह है कि कुछ नियम हैं जो यह निर्धारित करते हैं कि आपको अपने कर्मों के अनुसार उसका प्रतिफल प्राप्त हो। आखिर क्या है ये नियम? क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि आपका जन्म इस ही परिवार में क्यों हुआ, किसी और परिवार में क्यों नहीं? आपका अगला जन्म क्या होगा? आप मनुष्य बनेंगे या पशु? क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि इस दुनिया को क्यों बनाया गया? आपके शरीर को क्यों बनाया गया? क्या इस मानव शरीर का, इस ब्रह्मांड का कोई उद्देश्य है? आज इस पृथ्वी पर करोड़ों स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस होंगे, उच्च स्तरीय शिक्षाएं होंगी, परंतु जीवन के इन महत्वपूर्ण प्रश्नों का उत्तर इनमें से किसी के पास नहीं है। पर सौभाग्य से ऐसा एक विज्ञान है जिसमें इन प्रश्नों के एवं ऐसे कई अधिक प्रश्नों के उत्तर मौजूद हैं, जिसे वैदिक
Hare Krishna. Yeah, all of you will have to say one by one. What is the importance or what are the benefits of knowledge of this reincarnation? प्रेम प्रकाश जी बोल रहे हैं कि हम और एक साल ड्रॉप करके आईआईटी के लिए प्रिपेयर नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन KG1 में जाके फिर से चालू कर सकते हैं। ये क्या लॉजिकल हुआ है? हुआ लॉजिकल? ये लॉजिकल नहीं हुआ। क्या बोल रहे हैं क्या नहीं बोल रहे हैं हमें खुद को ही पता नहीं है। वो तो कभी कभी लड़का बोलता है कि हाँ प्रभु एकदम रेडी है। बोले कि ठीक है, तुम एक काम करो ना, तुम बढ़िया से पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करो इस ईयर में और पर्पसफुली ईयर लैग खा जाओ, ठीक है? नेक्स्ट ईयर में तुम टॉपर बन जाएंगे। चलेगा? किसी को चलेगा इधर? हाँ? Anybody ready? No. Anybody ready? टॉपर बनेगा तुम, जिंदगी का सपना था ना, यूनिवर्सिटी टॉपर बनेगा। What do you think about it? चाहिए? No. हमें एक साल ड्रॉप करके यूनिवर्सिटी टॉपर बनने में नहीं चाहिए और हम बोल रहे हैं कि KG1 से फिर से चालू करेंगे कि गौराई अपन गोड़ी चलবে नहीं। Just see, we don't want to repeat again. Do we want? we don't want to repeat again, but we will have to repeat again. If we again have to take birth in this material world, no guarantee that we will get the opportunity to learn our Kaka ABCD. There is no guarantee that we will get this human form, because this human form is very rarely achieved. Labdham sudurlabham idam bahu sambhavante. Sudurlabham. Durlabh means rare. Sudurlabham means extremely rare, this human form of life. Even the demigods in the heavenly planets, they सर्व के देवता लोग भी टिकट लेके लाइन में खड़े हुए रहते हैं। इस भारत भूमि में का मनुष्य जन्म मिलेगा, आपको भागवतम के श्लोक से दिखा देंगे, ताकि हम भगवत भक्ति करके भगवान के धाम लौट के जा सके। And we have got that opportunity. On the top of that, we have got the association of devotees. We have got the chance to know the realities of life. But we are taking it as a very ordinary. This is the problem. We want freedom. We want freedom from the bondage. But we are more and more entangling ourselves in the bondage. एक लड़का ने कहा, वॉइस में सुबह सुबह उठना पड़ता है, फिर मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम करना पड़ता है, बॉन्डेज नहीं चलेगा. We want freedom. That's why we are in voice. We have come to this spiritual life to get freedom from this reincarnation cycle. We have come here to become free from the cycle of birth, death, old age, disease, adi daivik, adhyatmik, adhyatmik klesh, which we don't want, but those things are imposed upon us. Helplessly, we are suffering for millions of lifetime. But these things cannot be understood by animals. This human form of life is meant to understand these mysteries of life. This human form of life is gifted to us so that we can perpetually solve these problems. What is the purpose of giving JE? What is the purpose of becoming IITian? What is the purpose of earning money? To become happy. But the happiness of this world which we are looking for, it is just like one drop of water for a thirsty man. Can that one drop of water quench the thirst of the thirsty man? No, rather it will increase the thirst. Rather it will increase the thirst. The big personalities who have got the success in their life, they have expressed the life's reality, what they realized at the time of death. Steve Jobs, Michael Jackson, Kirziana Rodriguez, big personalities, they have realized the secret of life. That I have spent my whole life in acquiring those things which cannot save me from the imminent death. The whole life I have invested my energy in those things which are going to be lost at the time of death. So my life has become useless. If I would cultivate such a life which will be permanent with me even after death, then I would be the real rich person of this world. That's what the big personalities here realized. So, therefore, This human form of life is meant to develop our lost loving relationship with Krishna. The relationship, the love we discussed last day, ascending from fear to love. Every time we are doing drama, coming to this world and saying, I love you. But that loving propensity will never be satisfied until and unless we develop our lost relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, how it happens in the life of a devotee, that a devotee lose all the taste of so-called happiness out of this materialistic love in this material world. And the devotee become completely satisfied in his service to Krishna and his devotees. How it happens? Is a devotee a fool? Number one? The highest treasure of this world is a treasure of satisfaction, which a devotee can get by leading a very simple life. Why this happens? A person, even after leading a complex life, earning so much money, having so much property, cannot sleep at night peacefully. Why it happens? Because we have lost. Our situation is like we are in a flight and that airplane is flying at the topmost height, at the topmost speed. The height and speed which was not achieved by any other airplane in this world. We have got that height and speed, but we lost the contact with the ground. So we don't know where are we going. We don't know where are we going. And that's why Michael Jackson has put crores of dollars. He employed many doctors. He did his expenditure. He thought, he challenged death. He thought I would live 150 years. Did you see this video? How many of you saw this video? Please see this video. In YouTube it is there. But nothing could save. And as long as I am this body, I will enjoy an afterlife. After this life, there is nothing. This is the highest defeat. Death, old age, disease will destroy everything, will plunder all his income of his life, all the relationships, everything will be over. So therefore, this human form of life is not only meant for such achievements of life. Our suffering will not end here. Right? A freedom fighter, he gets the training of fighting with the enemies. Did you see how the army people, they're getting the training? For what? For giving others protection, freedom. So here, this voice is a platform where we are getting trained up to experience that real freedom. But will you not pay any price for that? You want to become you want to pass out from IIM Joka. Will you not pay any price of a rigorous practice, training, sacrifice in your life, sacrifice of over my comforts, sacrifice my time in my studies hard so that I can crack 99.99 percentile to crack IIM Ahmedabad? So where is your freedom at that time? Similarly, in bhakti life, in this devotional life, we are getting trained up happily by understanding the realities of life regarding experiencing the real freedom, the freedom of the spirit soul, and developing its original relationship with Krishna. And for that, we need to pay a price. Taking the holy name by taking Krishna Prasad. So, therefore, we have that opportunity. So please utilize it, put in your intelligence, and improve. You know You have that opportunity to choose your next body. That's what is the benefit of this reincarnation. You can choose your next body. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are the creator of your own destiny. Whether you want to get a body, where you will not have to wear any clothes. Oh, this is very, this is bondage. Let me become a Nanga. Okay, don't worry. Nature will give you the body of a tree. Have your enjoyment in the botanical garden, showing your body to all the ladies and gentlemen. Well, I want to take a body where I can eat a lot of meat. Okay? Prakriti, the nature will give you the body of a tiger. But the tiger, they suffer a lot. You know that? For one piece of meat. So I want to have unlimited sex. Okay? The Prakriti will give you the body of a pigeon. 17 times you can meet. You can mate. You can have sex. No problem. But with all those little enjoyment, suffering will continue. Helpless suffering. But this human form of life is capable to give us the real freedom from all suffering. The real suffering is that we have forgotten the ultimate reservoir of pleasure, that is Krishna. That is a real suffering. Therefore, the devotee, the pure devotee of the Lord, who is always relishing that mellows and nectar in the relationship with the Supreme Lord, can see one who is not Krishna conscious in the suffering state. And therefore, he goes out to help the conditioned soul that please come, understand, taste, chant, realize, and enjoy. In reality. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Now is the time for enjoyment. Kushalam, Hari.